Andri, now.
Yes, we can start now, Farida.
Okay, sorry, I can use my video, teacher.
That's okay, Bu.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you? Sorry. Sorry, I my signal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good night. Welcome to GTC. Today we are. Let me introduce myself. I'm Farida Indratini. Now my job is host, and my friend Mr. Saefuddin Zuchri, the moderator, and then coach. The coach is teacher Andri.
Yes, Bu Farida. I think you unmute. You mute yourself. Hello, Bu Farida. Okay, I think Bu Farida lost connections perhaps. Pak Saib, could you just perhaps just start the session?
Hello, Bu Farida.
Yeah, I think Bu Farida lost her connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe starting. Okay, Miss Andri, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, hope everything will be all right, all of us.
Yes.
Okay, dear fellow teacher, today we are going to talk about teaching at the right level. Is it right?
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Okay, teaching at the right level. Okay, talking about these topics, I remember about some material on teacher training that I'm following. I learned about, what's name? The philosophy of education from Ki Hajar Dewantara. I think, yeah, he said that the foundation of the education, there are two kinds of the foundation of education. Number one is the nature of the nature. I don't know the right word from Kodrat Alam. Yeah, Mr. Ki Hajar Dewantara said there are two kinds of foundation of education: the nature of nature and the nature of the times. In Indonesian, it's Kodrat Alam and Kodrat Zaman. I don't know there are any relation with your material today, but we will hear it soon. Okay. It means that what Mr. Ki Hajar Dewantara said, that we have to consider the characteristic of our student as a teacher. Okay, we have to know what are their interests, how are their ability, and what are their level. Okay, and we are so lucky we have Coach Andri, Miss Andri. We have we are glad we have Miss Andri. She is from SMP Lazuardi, Falah, Depok. Miss Andri or K, time is yours.
Thank you, Pak
You're
Saefuddin. It's very good to see you.
Yes,
It's been a long time, I think. Yeah,
it's very long time.
You attend these GTC sessions, and
Yeah.
I would also like to welcome all of the participants and all of the coaches. Alhamdulillah, today I'm accompanied by Ibu Irma and Ibu Meti today, and also there's Pak Almawardi, Pak Abur, who is in Jayapura right now. He is now he's accompanying the athletes for the Paralympic. Okay, and I'm actually envy Abur because I wish I could be in Jayapura as well to sightsee the beauty of Indonesia in Jayapura.
Hope someday we will going there.
Yes. Hope someday we go there. Exactly.
We go there.
Yes, someday we go there. Okay. Today we actually talking about yes, Pak Sai said this previously about it's Kodrat Alam, the destiny of nature and the destiny of this era, right? Jadi kodrat zaman dan kodrat alam, that we actually have the concept of educating from our founding fathers, the Ki Hajar Dewantara, about education, right? And we actually teaching at the right level right now is actually it's like many teachers still confused about what actually is teaching at the right level and how can we do that, and what actually it entails. Jadi sebenarnya itu apa saja sih yang termasuk yang harus dilakukan untuk bisa membuat seperti itu gitu ya, teaching at the right level itu seperti apa. Nah, before we continue with our discussions, right? I would like to ini ada satu video. I would like to play the video, and then you can and then after that we can have the discussion about what teaching at the right level means. Okay, wait, I'll just prepare the video. Okay. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen, and wait a second. Okay, I think I forgot. Wait. I forgot to turn on the share. Okay. Oh, it's buffering. Wait a second. Yeah.
The battle of school enrollment has mostly been won. African governments and their partners have made significant progress in getting children into school. However, despite years of schooling, many students still lack basic skills. What happens to the children who progress through the foundational years without having mastered the basics of literacy and numeracy?
As a country, we value education. Without education, there will be no development.
In many countries, schools continue to use the regular curriculum and topics become progressively more complex. Teachers faced with large classes of varied learning levels tend to teach to the top of the class, leaving many children behind. This means children without basic skills never get the opportunity to catch up. Of randomized evaluations conducted by JPEL-affiliated professors in Ghana, Kenya, and India found that regrouping children by learning level and focusing on the skills appropriate for that level for period of the day or year improves learning outcomes. This approach, pioneered by education NGO Pratham, is known as teaching at the right level. The teaching at the right level approach targets children who have not acquired basic skills in the first or second year of school and who wouldn't otherwise have the chance to close the learning gap.
Teaching at the right level has its simpler methodology, which is easier to use by our teachers.
We are able now to teach at the right level of the learners.
The approach consists of 4 key pieces. First, children are assessed using a simple one-on-one oral assessment. Second, children are grouped by their literacy and numeracy levels identified in the test. Third, teachers focus on basic skills using interactive activities targeted at the child's level. Fourth, teachers are mentored and motivated throughout the process. The assessment tool sets teachers off on the right track. The simple one-on-one oral literacy and numeracy tool creates a close connection between the teacher and the student, motivates the teacher when children progress, and incentivizes a focus on basic skills. The structure of the assessment tool precipitates action. Immediately after testing, children are split into groups according to their basic skill levels. The information provided by the tool allows teachers to pitch their lesson to the needs of a homogeneous class. With now homogeneous classes, teachers aim to build confidence and skills. They foster a close connection with children by sitting on the floor, using classroom activities based on everyday tasks, and encouraging students' expressions. Most importantly, children's confidence grows as they are able to absorb classroom content pitched at their level.
This catch-up program is a very good program. My granddaughter Hannah was not doing very well, but after this program she's able to read. She's very happy.
Teaching at the right level can be effectively delivered by volunteers, low-paid tutors, and government teachers. However, mentoring and monitoring is critical to keeping government teachers on track and motivated. This enables teachers to grow and discover the power of this teaching approach. Teaching at the right level helps teachers to focus on the learning needs of the children rather than a set curriculum. Children are regularly reassessed as they acquire basic skills and accelerate through the levels. Children leave teaching at the right level programs with confidence and a stronger foundation of literacy and numeracy skills.
Okay, wait a second.
Masuknya Valorant dan main sebagai
Okay, wait, where is it? Yeah. Okay, so I'm really sorry if at the beginning of the video it might cause some troubles in your in your end, because there are some buffering here, but hopefully you can see the pictures, right? The pictures and how it's done. Perhaps anyone can have a say or can say something about what you get from the video. Anyone wish to say something? Okay, let's see. Who is it? Pak Ade?
May I?
Oh, yeah. Who is it? Wait.
My friend, Miss Andre.
Oh, okay. Ibu
Halo.
Ais.
Yeah, halo
Iya.
Pak Ep, halo
Halo.
Coach.
Yeah,
Halo.
okay.
Good night everyone. How are you?
Good evening.
Hi. So is it raining out there?
No, it's I think it's quite hot here in my place.
Oh really? It's heavy
Yes.
rain here in Cimahi.
Okay.
Anyway, so talking about the video that you have shared
Yeah.
is very enlightening and so
Okay.
inspiring.
Okay.
It is actually reminds me of what happened at my school.
Okay.
So what happened to our 7-year students?
Yes.
So after we have a kind of assessment, we
Okay.
find out that there are two quite different gap between the not we cannot say the fast learners, but
Yeah.
the normal learners and the slower learners. So one thing that I can learn from the video that actually our school already done the part of separating or grouping the students based on their was it based on the diagnostic test. So those who are in the lower level actually need more exposure, because even they are already in seventh grade, but their reading ability is still quite challenging. So what just the video that you just shared actually reminds me of what comes up come up in my mind, that I have to expose my teachers to really aware about about the lesson that they have to give to the students, in the sense that when they teach a different class, which is a normal students, normal speed learner students, so they can use a normal lesson plan. While for this student with the slower learners, I think it is a good idea for the teachers to a little bit reduce the difficulty and the complexity of the lesson. So I think that video also shared the same thought, that students with the different learning speed, we have to give them even the the different learning experience. So it's very inspiring, Coach. So because in the sense that we don't need to be worried to not being able to reach the goal or our curriculum, but the most important thing is that all our students are learning. That's the point. It's not about achieving the curriculum, but how much the students can learn. Normal students may learn at the normal speed, but these slow learners, maybe they cannot reach that curriculum, but they still learn another things, which is probably more important for their life. That's my opinion. And maybe you can also give some ideas for me regarding what should I do to make TAR, we call it TAR, teaching at the right level. How TAR can be really implemented beside the assessment and the learning experience. So because we are talking about the 7 grade students, which is no longer elementary students,
Yes.
because like or dislike, they have more complex things they have to learn.
Yes.
That's what I can say to you, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Ibu Ais. So
Yeah.
you teach bahasa or you teach English?
I used to be an English teacher, but now I'm a principal at SMP in Gunung Halu.
Wow, okay. So you're the principal.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bu Ais, for
No
your
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
I would just like to say hi and welcome Pak Ade for sharing his thoughts about the video.
Halo.
Halo, Pak
Assalamualaikum.
Ade. Waalaikumsalam. Yes, Pak Ade, you may continue.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope we help. We are help.
Yes, I hope everyone has a good health.
Miss Andri.
Yes.
Miss or Mrs. Miss Andri, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Pak Ade.
I'm so happy for tonight. And I was view your video and watch, and I feel interested. The part of the video is mentoring. There is mentoring in learning. Be fun for the student if we have very much method. And mentoring is the one part of make learning is fun. I think so. Maybe I enough for this.
That's okay.
So sorry.
No, that's okay. Here everyone is learning, so no worries, Pak Ade. Pak Ade, I would like to ask you, do you teach elementary or SMP, the junior high?
Yes, SMP. MTS.
MTS. Oh, okay. So where are you from?
MTS.
Yes.
Cimahi.
Oh,
West Java.
Cimahi. Oh, you're from Cimahi, West Java. Okay. You mentioned about mentoring, right? So
Yes.
you mentioned that the ones that you feel interested from the video is the part of mentoring, where the teachers get mentored from other teachers who are successful, already successful in the program, and they provide mentorings for the other students, the other teachers to support them, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, Pak Ade, so do you teach bahasa or what do you teach, Pak Ade? What subject do you teach?
Arabic language. I teach Arabic language.
Oh, you teach Arabic language. That's awesome. Okay, so in Arabic language, do you use like readings in Arabic language?
Of course, reading is part of Arabic. There is 4 parts. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Oh, okay. So if you see at the video, they say like they categorize students and then group them according to 5 different skills. They have like beginner and then connect words and then paragraphs and then story. Do you also do that? Do you do that in your with your students?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, Pak Ade, for your input this evening. And I would like to invite some of you. I think
I'm sorry, my signal is very bad, maybe.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Pak Ade. No worries about that. Okay, and I would like to say hi to my. I think it's I think this is Ibu Yuliana from SMPN for Cibino. How are you, Ibu Yuliana?
I'm fine, thank you, Miss Andre.
How are you? Did you see the video for the full video?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about the video?
I think it's very interesting, and actually it's part of our school program, Sekolah Penggerak. But maybe if it's possible, somebody can explain for the, if the student are in best, just like maybe the student who still learn how to read, how to calculate or something like that, we can make some groups. But how about the student in higher level, just like in the senior high school? How can we make some groups of them? Because in my school, there's only one way, give the first test. But I think it's not enough to make groups only from the result of the test. Do you have any suggestion? Okay, thank you.
Okay, Juliana, thank you very much. Okay, well, I'm not the expert of this actually, but I think I'd just like to share with you of my thoughts, right, about this evening's topic, teaching at the right level. Okay, as Bu Oi said that Bu Oi teach at the 7th grade and Bu Juliana teach at the SMA level, right? SMA level is the 10th grade. So approximately their age is about 15 or 16 when entering the SMA, and when entering the SMP is about 11 or 12 or 13, between 11 to 13 years old. And we all mostly teachers assume that when kids or when students enter the secondary level means the SMP and SMA, that they already pass, they already know how to read, they already they should have known how to read, they should have understood the content of the paragraphs, for example. They should have known how to interpret a paragraph. But unfortunately, what happened is mostly they don't know how to do that. They don't understand how to formulate a sentence. They don't understand how to it's like when they read, they just read, right? But not actually understand what things that they read. And that's actually something that if you see from the video, okay, let me see if I can pull up the video again, and then we can try to digest each part, right? Okay, let's see. It says here, okay, wait, for example, okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, if you see here, okay, wait. Okay, here it says here there is a learning club. Okay, I know that the case here is in the elementary level, right? It's in the elementary level, but it says here that they actually okay, the way we actually teaching at the right level is first we assess them. So we assess each individual students and then group them, and then create a pedagogic for basic skills to teach them. And here the assessment is actually, okay, let's see, it's I think it's here. Wait. Okay, let me see. Oh, here. I think here we can actually see that how they group the students according to their level. So it means that okay, the students are in grade 3, 4, 5. Also, actually, Bu Juliana, you can actually do like this as well. They're probably at the grade 10, 11, 12. For the grade 10, 11, and 12, you basically have like a standard competence for the language for them to achieve, right? For each level. And then from there, you can actually see whether sometimes even the students in grade 12 still needs necessary skills from the grade 10. So here, basically what you have to do is categorize the competency level that you need for the students to have for the SMA level, and then try to categorize them into which level that they actually are. Here, for the primary, they create like only 3 level. So beginner or later means they just understand how to form the letter, how does they understand how sounds connect to letter. Bagaimana pada saat membaca itu, they connect the sounds to the letter, right? And then the second group is they can create words, and then they can form a paragraph. And then the third part is they can understand a story. Now, from here, even if I continue the video, you can see here that the sometimes grade 3 students already know how, already understand how about the content of a story. But also, there are also some grade 5 students sometimes still have difficulties in in connecting letters or in forming words. So what you have to do here is actually within if you see here, within a certain time in the classroom at school, you gathered all. So they like, this is a kids. If you see here, actually, it's actually kids from different like from here. Okay, it's actually kids from different classes, but together within one class, and they are grouped according to the class. They are grouped according to their level. So for example, if you have a chance to do this, perhaps you can gather them into one big class, and then have a session with them, and then within that session they are grouped according to their level and do things according to the levels. So that's basically what they do here. So the idea is the teacher group according to what level that they should have in that age, and then like use create like a sequence, which one is lower, and which one is after that, and then which one is the highest level, something like that. I think I hope I'm not making you confused here, Juliana.
I think it's clear, but actually the government already give the capaian pembelajaran.
Yes.
But it's not usual, the method like you told me, that from 3 level we mix them and teach with each their level. It's not usual until now. Until now we still teach in every level, just like in 10th grade, 11 and 12. Yeah, we never do make them on one group.
Yeah.
But maybe I will discuss with my headmaster,
Yes.
the principal, if it's possible for me to do something like that.
Yeah, actually, what right now we're doing is in our school, in my place actually, is we create like a mixed class, okay, mixed class from grade 7 to 8, and then because in that class, I group them according to their to the level, like it says. So I create like, this group just understand, still don't know how to use punctuations, and this group already know about punctuations, and they can create. They just start to begin the paragraphs, and then the other group is already know how to create a paragraphs, and they can create stories, and then we do different activities within one time. So I think from there, it's actually it's so that it's not about whether they understand. We don't. I mean, it's not about we kita tidak menurunkan, we don't reduce their level, we don't reduce because they should be in 12th grade, so they should know about this, but we actually help them to reach that level. Jadi kalau we cannot expect students to, for example, create a story if they don't know how to form a word or form a paragraph. So what we do is actually we give them understanding that, okay, because you still haven't known how to do this, let me help you to achieve this, and then after that you can start forming your story, something like that. So from there, hopefully we can actually create like and then we can say to them that you can change the group, you can progress throughout the group if you are already if you understand about already know about how to form a words or paragraphs, and then later on you can continue to the other groups who already know how to create a story or understand a story, something like that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Andri.
You're welcome, Bu Juliana. Okay, anyone wish to say something about teaching at the right level? Yes, Pak Rian, how are you? And can you mention where you're from?
Okay, thank you, sis. My name is Rian Kurniawan. I am from Kuningan, sis.
Okay.
Like, allow me to introduce myself. That's about me, and I really interested with explanation of the coach about this topic, teaching at higher level. Okay, my question is to the point. I found something in other region, not my region, actually not my region. When I comparational study or in Indonesian language studi banding, I found something that in senior high school in 10th grade, there is a student who can read well, who cannot read well, who cannot read well. He comes from the, what is it? He is not a poor family. He doesn't come from a poor family, no. Enough, I said enough in economy, but he cannot read well in 10th grade. Example, A and B, which we can say ab, but he say ba. I really shocked, but funny. He can type in WhatsApp. I really confused. What's wrong with him? Is he joking, or is he playing around, or what? Etc. I really confused. When I ask or when I interview him. One day I found something that his family forced him to school. And sorry, I have to make it clear. His parents feel embarrassed when uh, when they know that their children is not appropriate. The teacher said to the parents that your child is not appropriate in this grade. He should decrease the class or decrease turn the class in lower grade, not in senior high school but junior high school. And I was shocked because the parents forced the child to to keep in the grade because of the reputation, maybe in front of the neighbor or family, gengsi atau bagaimana, sehingga so the students is forced in that grade. Sorry, I'm too long in explanation.
No, it's okay. I understand what your point. Yes, it's okay.
My question is, what should we do to chase the competence of this student, but my time of teaching is not disturbed, is not bothered by this student? Thank you, sis. I am confused, sorry.
No, it's okay, Farid. It's okay. So you teach English?
No, I am teaching Indonesian language.
Oh, you teach Indonesian language. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I also teach Indonesian language at this moment, so I understand what's your point. And okay, if you say that, how can you teach him, right? How can you teach him without disturbing your time teaching other classes?
Yeah.
So I would just like to, okay, if I ask you, so you teach senior high?
No, actually I teach in junior high school in Kuningan, but in other region I do comparison study banding.
Yeah, okay.
I do study banding with my friends, and I found in the class there is someone, the students, something like that. So confused gitu when. Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay. Okay, Ibu Mira Aziza. Okay. Do you wish to say something? I'm so glad.
Yeah, good evening, Miss.
Good evening, Bu Mira.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay. I ever have this kind of situation in my school where I work now. So this boy, we just realized that he couldn't read properly when he will have his final test.
Yeah.
So we really didn't realize at the first, at the second, or even in the beginning of the third year that he can't read. So what we do is, we need someone to voluntarily teach him after the school, after the class. And we need to make him and his parents realize that we need to help him. So we should do something for him so he can finish his school properly. So what we do at that time, this boy need to do some extra hour at school for learning, writing, and reading. With wali kelas, homeroom teacher. So there's a teacher that pointed to teach him, At that time, yeah, unfortunately, that boy maybe feeling pressured or maybe feeling embarrassed.
Okay, so really true.
Yeah, so after sometimes he followed the extra class, he stopped following it.
Okay.
Okay.
Miss Mira,
Yes.
thank you for the suggestion and advice. It's really helpful. I will give an advice to my friends about this case. Thank you very much. But I wanna say something.
Yes.
Something about for Mrs. Mira about the suggestion that it means special needs teacher atau in Indonesian language guru berkebutuhan khusus. We need that. No. Okay.
None of my teachers in my school are the special needs teacher.
Okay.
So just a teacher with more hours to teach outside the class with only him. So one by one.
All right.
So that the teacher saw that the boy didn't feel like he is he is pressured or he is being watched by his friends because he can't read. So just the two of them, the teacher and the boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there is we need more time and special time for that boy,
Yeah.
to overcome or solve this problem because if we force him in the class, he will be shy. He will be shy.
Yeah, of course. He will be very embarrassed.
Yeah, perhaps I could add something in what Ibu Mira has said about the treatment for the boy. If you see from the video, actually, that the way teachers conduct the assessment is actually one-on-one interview. So every student get the same chance to have one-on-one session with the teachers. So if the teachers can do that with the students, so I think the boy or the students that we actually intended to teach more would not feel that embarrassed because other kids also have the same session as well. And yes, it's a if you say that he should not be in that school. I mean, it's well, he's already in 10th grade, and if he can manage to pass the if he can manage to go to the 10th grade, it means that he already passed the UN previously. If he has a UN, or if he has the school, what is it? It has the school. The assessments in the previous schools already pass, make him pass the school assessments. So I think what we need to emphasize here is actually we need to find out how can we help the students without embarrassing them. And that's the thing that we need actually to figure out how that can happen. And I know that in in state schools, in sekolah negeri, we have many students, one class almost about 40, and there are within one grade you have about several classes, so you teach probably about 300 or 400 students per term. But I think that if you can manage to have them group, you group them, and then after that you do a one session with everybody, and then you're not just appoint. We don't like high when we kalau kita kayak menarik dia gitu ya, when we pull him out of the class and then himself do the exercise by himself with the teachers, everybody will start mocking on him, akan start mengolok-olok dia gitu ya. Nah, sehingga akhirnya so it means that we need to figure out how can we help him without embarrassing him, and then how can we also, dan ini yang sebenarnya what we actually think about is teaching at the right level. It's not just for those who hasn't reached the competency level, tetapi yang juga sudah beyond the competency level. What should we do with them? Jadi kayak mereka yang IQ-nya tinggi gitu ya, mereka yang cepat menerima, they who absorb the materials in school quickly than the others. What should we do with them? Kita harus ngapain sama mereka gitu ya. Jadi teaching at the right level itu bukan hanya sekedar dia sudah pintar. Kalau dia sudah pintar, we can just give whatever we can give to them gitu ya. Tapi kita harus betul-betul see, if you are at this level or beyond the level, kalau sudah beyond the level, berarti what kind of materials that we can give them. Nah, jadi we not just look at the students who are lacking. Jadi kita tidak hanya sekedar melihat murid-murid yang kekurangan ya, but we also look at students who are superior. Jadi students yang superior ini pun juga harus kita perhatikan, because we teach at their level. Kita mengajarkan sesuai dengan level mereka, not about that, because sekarang saya ngajar kelas 10, berarti saya hanya bisa mengajarkan yang ini. Nggak bisa juga, karena their level is actually more than grade 10, misalnya seperti itu. Ya, kita pun harus bisa memberikan materi yang sesuai sama levelnya. Nah, here try also about since we teach we teach teen, I think most of the participants here teach in secondary level ya. Like Bu Meti is in SMK, Bu Yuliana SMA, Bu Irma and myself in SMP. So we know about how about peer influence. So they are influenced by their peers. So I think it's better if we can also do like peer review, right? Peer review and then peer study. So from there, the students are not feel embarrassed about what he or she is lacking, but will continue to improve and progress through the literacy and numeracy competency level. Bu Mira, do you wish to add some things?
Maybe I think teaching at the right level will be possible if everyone at that school have the same vision for the school. I mean, at this time, it's very not common for dividing students from what they have achieved. I mean, what their ability, because maybe for some school with a lot of students, they have a lot of teachers, maybe same subject but different teachers. So we need extra teamwork.
Yes,
for that case.
Exactly. Yeah, it has to be teamwork. Cannot do by ourselves. And yes, I agree with you, Bu Mira. Pak Almawardi asked in the chat room, kalau sampai kenaikan kelas masih tidak ada perubahan, until the end of the academic year, still no changes in the students, what should we do? Gimana kita? Pak Almarwadi, I think the school needs to have like a system where we can actually look at the learning learning disabilities, yeah. So if the students have like the symptoms or show show signs of learning disabilities, we need to help him check out gitu. Jadi memang harus diperiksakan gitu. Apakah memang is it because of there's something there's something wrong with the with it's not about bukan berarti bahwa dia bodoh gitu ya, tapi memang kondisi fisiknya, the condition of his brain maybe tidak it's not making him or her possible to do things as requested gitu ya. Jadi kalau sampai tidak ada perubahan, it means it has to be checked out. Nah kalau di kami memang we collaborate with a certain institutions who can actually figure out whether a student has learning disabilities or not gitu. Nah kalau mereka ternyata punya learning disabilities, it means that they they need to be in a special needs in special needs treatment yang harusnya nanti juga akan bisa membantu dia untuk reaching a better progress sih gitu ya. So hopefully we can answer your question, Pak Almawardi. So there should be tapi juga bukan berarti kalau kita bisa ngeliat sih tidak ada perubahan itu ada dua hal. There are two things that we can actually do. First, that we look at our content itself gitu ya. Sometimes teachers give contents that are not interesting for students to study, and they just don't want to gitu ya. Nah, when they don't want to, it means that it's not about their ability, it's not about their competence, but it's about the content that we give does not make them interest at all. And then the second part, if we have already give them an interesting materials and the right approach, and there is still no progress, it means that we need to see whether the students show the symptoms of learning disabilities. Okay, Bapak Ibu, I think Butin already give the presence for this evening. Could you please make your absence for this evening? It's bit.ly presence CJTC 56 for 2021, and you can actually click there and then absent. Make your presence. Okay, Bu Irma, how are you, Bu Irma? Do you wish to say something about teaching at the right level? I think you do something in your school, yeah, in our school about this matter.
By the way, thank you, sis, about the advice and suggestion. It's
no
really
worries.
helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can hear more about Bu Irma because I think Bu Irma is also do something about this teaching at the right level. Yes, Bu Irma.
Okay, Bu Andri, could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Bu Irma.
Okay. This is a very interesting topic, teaching at the right level. And at first, it might be hard to adjust at the beginning. Because first maybe we think about competency in our own perspective, not from their needs. Yeah, what is their needs? So sometimes we limited ourselves with a task that is so narrow, then the children could only do it in one way. So when I realized this, we try to switch the concept from a narrow result to a more generative one. For example, if the task will be the competency will be to write a narrative paragraph for, like, example, for one page. We will say that how can they make a writing project that explains something. So in that perspective, they can do it. Maybe the beginner kids can do like maybe up until one paragraph. It doesn't mean have to be one full page. So we see that the competency could be reached by each student with different level. So how am I going to say this? So the generative topic is the key, is one of the key. If we make it very general, so a lot of children could reach that level with different ability. So yeah, so they can reach it. That's what we do in our student. We make it a broad project so they can reach it with their own level.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bu Irma, for your suggestions. Yes, because we're in our school, Bu Irma and me is in the same school. We actually have we have also students with special needs within the in the class. So the range of ability that we have in our class is actually quite wide gitu ya. The range is so wide. So let's say if we teach bahasa the normal way, we can have like maybe we can have like a marking grade from 0 to 120 because the competency level is so wide, and there are also students with high IQ, right, in our schools, and that's also we need to also cater their what is it, their learning needs as well, not just those who has the gaps and need to reach for the minimum competency level. All right. I think we have Bu Meti here as well. Or Bu Meti, do you wish to say something about teaching at the right level? Hi, Bu Meti.
Hi, Bu Andre. This is a very interesting topic. I'm not sure if I could add anything to it, but I do have a experience, not with the kids in high school actually, but with my own son at home. He is now in second grade, and in the beginning you said categorizing kids with beginner and then connecting words and so on and so on. Well, he is really good in things that are that captures his mind, especially engineering subjects. Like he likes to make things, and building
blocks.
Yeah, building blocks is his favorite. But when it comes to reading, do you have any suggestions on how I could get him more interested, maybe, or speed up his learning process?
Oh, okay. I think your is it your son, right? Or your son or daughter?
Yeah.
Is he the one who's training with the with the wushu thing?
Yes. Actually, I put him there so he can focus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I think when you mentioned that he likes building blocks and he likes engineering like you, he can catch up with he first catch up the visual things of what you do and what the engineering what is it? It's like the building blocks is like you can actually build some things, and then it's in his mind that he's very visual, I think. So if I'm not mistaken, perhaps that the way your son processes the language is actually he put everything in his mind is in visuals. So if he just find words that he cannot put things like there are sometimes abstract words. There are lots of abstract words that sometimes he doesn't know how to put in his mind about, like, yes, as simple as education. What is education? What kind of because to him there are school is a building. He can understand school, but he cannot understand the words education, for example. So what I suggest you is actually you try to explain to him in a context more in the context first, rather and then after that moving on to the more abstract, or you can actually put like, because he's trying to I think he always like decipher the language into his mind in what is it, in pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, if you say, okay, if he reads a sentence, Pak Budi is going to the market. Here in his mind, it's not the letters that he sees, but he see a person named Pak Budi walking to the market.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think because he's now in second grade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second grade, if and perhaps you all would like to also look at whether he has some difficulties in, I know that right now second grade mathematics is not very difficult perhaps for him, but later on he might find it difficult because teachers always start first with the symbols, but not with the concrete concept of the concrete part of the concept. So he might find it difficult later while he's progressing through the grades through grade 6, and then he might find it, and then he might find I might not be good in engineering, perhaps because I'm not good.
Because he feels that he's not.
Yeah, it's just that he processes it differently, and then so you just need to make him you need to find out what's the concrete what he can actually picture in his mind.
Thanks, Mrs. Andre.
Okay. Oh wow! It's already almost 8 minutes to our final time. I'll just like to wrap up our discussion today about teaching at the right level. Basically, students come into our schools with their different conditions and different levels and their different competency levels, and we cannot assume that everybody everybody is in the same level. So we need to give them, we need to give them opportunities to upgrade, and then how to do that without embarrassing them, how to create groups and make them work with their peers, and how they can actually pair the students. We can actually group the students and make them work without also embarrassing their friends, because what we need is actually what we, and like for example what in our school in with me and Bu Irma always do is actually that every students need to do something, need to have empathy for their other students, and then so when they are grouped together, they need to work together, and they need to to help them, because sometimes they would also get help from other people as well. So I think after we said that, let's say let me give you so this is actually the website. Okay, wait for a second. This is I'll give you a link to their website. Is teachingatherightlevel.org. So I will put that in the chat room here. Oops. Okay. Wait. Okay, it's www.teachingatherightlevel.org. So if you go to that to their websites, there are lots of informations how we can teach at the right level, and hopefully we can support the government's program in this Merdeka Belajar education with the new paradigm, pendidikan dengan paradigma baru, with teaching at the right level. I would give the floor back to Pak Sai for closing our sessions today.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay, and thank you to all the participants for interesting discussion. Okay, I have a little, I have some notes. Maybe it's very important for the teacher to know the level of our students, like Ms. Amti said. And then we are not just chasing curriculum target, but more than that, I think we have to know that how much the students learn. Okay, then need to remember, we are not only take care about the slowly learner, but also for superior students. Okay, thank you for the attention. Hope we can meet some other time with another interesting topic. Thank you all. See you soon. Bye. Okay, me.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you, Miss Andre.
Pak Sai, Bu Farida. See you later.
Thank you all.
Recording stopped.
Bye-bye.
Bye.